Hey guys, SpinoDude here, and today I am super excited to be taking a look at a brand new 2016 Schleich figure that was just released. So Marvin, bring it out. Thank you, Marvin. So today, guys, we are going to be taking a look at one of the most anticipated figures of 2016, and it is this guy, the gorgeous Schleich Dunkleosteus. Now, Dunkleosteus is one of my all-time favorite aquatic creatures, so when I saw that Schleich was making one, I totally flipped, and here we have it in hand, ready for the review, and it already looks amazing. Also, before I start the review, I picked up this guy at everythingdinosaur.com. The link to their website is in the description, so if you want to pick this guy up, go check them out. They just got them in stock. I am very impressed with their awesome service and incredibly fast shipping, so thank you so much, guys, for sending this out. So without further ado, guys, let's start with the review. Before we start taking a closer look at the figure, here are a few quick facts about Dunkleosteus itself. Dunkleosteus terrelli means Dunkel's bones in honor of Dr. David Dunkel of the Cleveland Museum of Natural History. It was a placoderm or armored fish that lived before the dinosaurs in the late Devonian period of what is now North America. It was carnivorous, feeding on fish, sharks, cephalopods, and even other Dunkleosteus. And as if this creature wasn't scary enough, it could grow up to a whopping 30 feet long and weigh up to 4 tons. Larger specimens of Dunkleosteus had body armor that could grow up to 5 centimeters thick. Want to know another scary fact about this creature? Dunkleosteus had no teeth, but instead had a pair of sharp bony plates that acted like blades in its mouth. When it closed its jaws, its blade-like plates would rub together, acting like a pair of self-sharpening shears. Combining these formidable weapons with its bite force, scientists think that Dunkleosteus could have easily bitten through chainmail armor, so we can definitely see that this massive fish was one of the top predators of the Devonian period. So without further ado, guys, let's start taking a closer look at this formidable marine predator. So we are going to start up at the armored head, and wow, just look at the detail in this figure. You can see all these marks and scars beautifully detailed in the armor plating there. Those are actually in the real fossils of Dunkleosteus, which leads scientists to believe that these creatures were cannibalistic. You can see the really nice detail in the eye there. I love the glossy black paint to give it a natural reflective look. On the front of the skull, you can see the nostrils carved out there. Those look really good. You can also see the bony plates in the mouth there, really beautifully detailed, and they interlock really nicely. And this figure actually has an articulated jaw, which I myself wasn't expecting at first, but it looks fantastic and it works perfectly. With the mouth open, you can see those really nicely detailed blades inside the mouth, as well as some flesh holding the jaws together. It is kind of hard to see in there, but you can see the interior upper jaw has been detailed, as well as the interior of the mouth on the bottom. And there's also some nice detail in the back of the throat there. Looking from the bottom of the model, you can see just how the articulated jaw is engineered. As we start to open the jaw, you can see that this part of the jaw folds away into the skin here, and it works really smoothly and it looks nice. Also, looking from the side, you can see as we start to open the mouth, this flap of skin that holds the jaws together appears, which looks really nice. So moving from the head and into the body, you can see where the armor plating ends here, and it turns into some more rough scales down the body of the Dunkleosteus. Here you can see one of the front flippers, which is detailed really nicely with some small scales. So moving down the body, you can see some fairly large armor plating here going down the side of the Dunkleosteus that looks really nicely detailed. You can see a smaller back fin here with some nice little scale details, and the midsection of the body has absolutely lovely details in the skin here. Here you can see the fin on top of the Dunkleosteus, really nicely done. So moving down from the body and into the tail, you can see these smaller armor plates slowly getting smaller and ending right before the end of the tail there. Here you can see a smaller fin on the bottom of the sculpt, which looks really nice. And moving into the tip of the tail, you can see the really nicely done tail fin here. I just love how it's swooshing off to the side. It's posed really nicely. I absolutely love all the little scales in the tail here as well. It's so nicely detailed. So flipping over to the other side, you can see the other side of the tail here looks really nice. Here you can see those armor plates starting off small and getting larger as we move up into the midsection. Again, absolutely beautiful scales across the body, as well as a lovely, believable color scheme. Here you can see another small fin on the Dunkleosteus, really nicely detailed. And moving up into the front of the model, you can see the really nicely detailed larger major fin on the right side of the Dunkleosteus here. And once again, moving up into the beautifully detailed armor plating, I love the metallic gray color that they used. It really stands out on the Dunkleosteus here. Really nicely detailed gashes and marks in the armor. It looks absolutely beautiful. And then moving up to the front, you can see the other side of that absolutely gorgeous head sculpt that we saw earlier. And here's what the other side looks like with the jaw open. So in terms of scientific accuracy with this figure, I think it's very well done. Compared to some fossil specimens of Dunkleosteus that I've seen, this looks fantastic. I have to say one thing that I love about this model is its dull, naturalistic color scheme. Schleich tends to go with very brightly colored dinosaurs and prehistoric animals that are quite popular among children. And this realistic color scheme they've given us is more of a first for them. But I would like to see more of their prehistoric creatures colored like this because this looks absolutely fantastic. I can actually imagine a real Dunkleosteus sporting this color scheme. So fantastic work, Schleich. You've done an amazing job of recreating the Dunkleosteus. So you're probably wondering just how big this figure is, so Marvin, bring out the ruler. Thank you, Marvin. So we have our trusty flexi ruler now, so let's give this Dunkleosteus a measure. So in terms of the length from the tip of the snout all the way to the tip of the tail, we are looking at about 9 inches. And in terms of the height at the highest point, which is the top of the fin on the back here, we are looking at 2.5 inches. For comparison, here is the Schleich Dunkleosteus next to a fan favorite from Schleich. It's their brightly colored Pentaceratops. If you want to see the review for this figure, link is down below. So with the Pentaceratops on screen, you can definitely see what I mean about some of Schleich's dinosaurs and prehistoric life having a very bright color schemes. In some cases, I think that fits. For example, I really like the red and black coloration on the Pentaceratops. But I also like the really natural and realistic look of the Dunkleosteus. But I still think that the Pentaceratops is an absolutely beautiful piece, so I definitely recommend it. Next up for comparison, here's the Schleich Dunkleosteus next to the Schleich Kentrosaurus. If you want to see the review for this figure, link is down below. I definitely recommend picking up both the Schleich Kentrosaurus and the Schleich Pentaceratops. They are both beautiful pieces that look great on display next to each other, and the Schleich Kentrosaurus looks great next to the Dunkleosteus. And finally, for comparison, here is the Schleich Dunkleosteus next to the amazing Papo Caprasuchus. If you want to see the review for this figure, link is down below. I'm comparing these two because these are both my most anticipated figures for 2016. They both certainly did not disappoint, and they look great on display next to each other as well. And the Caprasuchus has an articulated upper jaw similar to the articulated lower jaw in the Dunkleosteus. So I definitely recommend adding these two figures to your collection. Well, there we go, guys. That was today's look at the beautiful Schleich Dunkleosteus. All I have to say is that the wait for this figure was well worth it. Schleich has done amazing work on this figure, and I would really like to see more prehistoric aquatic life from them soon. So if you guys would like to pick up this model, go to www.everythingdinosaur.com. They offer fantastic service and incredibly fast shipping, so be sure you go check them out. Anyway, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe for more. Also, leave a comment telling me your opinion on this model. So thank you so much, guys, for watching, and as always, I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.